Hey, it's your host, Apocalypso, and this is Raidology. Today we'll be talking about the update on EX passes. So, EX passes for Mewtwo have been changed from 2 hours down to 1 hour, and they were handed out last night at midnight. The time frame is from 6 to 7 p.m. on Friday. So, if you were able to receive an EX pass, and the EX pass that you got would be able to be seen in your journal, as well as a notification if you were to open up the Pokemon Go app. And another place where you can see if you got the EX pass is in your gyms. So if you take a look at the gyms that you've been at, your EX pass will be showing there, as well as a Pokemon if you had put a Pokemon and placed it in that gym as well. And so I would advise, if you were one of the lucky people to receive an EX pass, please make sure that you attend the raid promptly, at least 15 minutes before 6 p.m. because I can guarantee you that people within your city will be doing them exactly at 6 p.m. And if you were to show up about 15 minutes later, you would already be late for the event and it would be over. So if you were one of the people to get an EX pass, you should be looking on Facebook messengers as well as Discords, because people within your city are already organizing them since it'll take place on Friday. And with that, make sure that you take a look at our other video on the Mewtwo guide. That way you're able to determine which type of Pokemon you should be powering up, as well as what movesets you should be using. The other thing I would like to touch base on is the San Jose event. The San Jose event will be on September 17th on a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in that event, they're going to be giving out different types of Pokemon that are exclusive in that area, such as all the Gen 1 and Gen 2 starters, as well as Larvitars and Lapras. So those are the types of Pokemon you are wanting to get that you probably don't have too many of. That's a great place to get them. If you've been keeping up with all the latest Pokemon Go YouTubers, especially those that are around California, they will be at that event, and so will we. And the other thing I'd like to let you know is they announced a special challenge event. Now, the last time they talked about a challenge event was during the Chicago Fest, and that challenge event was supposed to be so that we can open up Lugia for the rest of the world, but they messed up. So they just gave out Lugia to the rest of the world. But if this challenge event is what I think it is, it may just be Ho-Oh. And if it is, you'll want to be there. And so with that, with the EX passes, just make sure that if you haven't already, you want to raid as many times as you can in many gyms as possible within your city. That way you can have the opportunity for more EX raid passes possibly given out in your city. And the last time that they did this, those were the first gyms to receive the raids. And then after that, the raids started rolling out to the rest of the gyms within the city. So after speaking with all the different members within our Discord, we have concluded that Niantic had pulled from 2 different raiding days, August 26th and September 6th, for that specific gym. And there were about possibly 40 different raid passes, possibly even 50 EX raid passes that were given out for all those people that attended both of those raids that happened on both of those days for that particular sponsored Sprint gym. Now, only sponsored Sprint gyms are the only ones that have received the EX raid passes that have been given out, and more than likely other gyms will also be giving out EX raid passes, but that would be in the future. Raidology will be covering the Mewtwo Raid that will be occurring at the Sprint store on Friday at 6 p.m. We'll be organizing about 30 minutes before, and we'll be splitting the group within teams, and from those teams we'll be coordinating the raid so that each team is successful and everybody can get the maximum amount of bonus balls to catch their Mewtwo. We would advise every other place that's also going to be hosting their own Mewtwo raids at their own cities to do the same. This way, if there are any hiccups or anybody that's erroring out or glitching out, you can accommodate that for at least 1 hour. This way everybody won't miss out on their Mewtwo. So this is just the beginning. And hopefully, if you were one of the unfortunate people to not receive an EX pass, maybe next time you'll have the opportunity to catch your Mewtwo. This is Raidology, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you find this video helpful in any way, please share it. Thank you.